Howdy, howdy, fellow rats! As I mentioned in my previous video, it is indeed Mental Health Awareness Month. Yay! So in my little brain, I had a wacky little thought, and I was like, oh my god, it would be so mega big brain if I made a video reading these little cute affirmation cards that I live with on my shelf. I don't live with them, they live on my shelf. Anyways, I was like, well, I don't really use them as much as I wish I did, because ADHD brain do that whole now you see me, now you don't act, where it's like I look over and I'm like, oh my gosh, those things exist. How long have they inhabited the same space as me in this corporeal realm without my knowledge or permission? That's insane. Wow, these are really cool and spiffy. And oh my god, never mind, they don't exist anymore. Oops. Until I uncover them again, like a month later, while I am aimlessly wandering my room and am once again reunited with the not-so-hidden treasures that I own. Anyways, I decided, in a moment of big brainness, wow, how fun and cool and wacky and silly and shit would it be if I just read through all of these affirmation cards for y'all? Because then that way, someone can always use them, even when I don't. And if I want to use them, but I don't have them, then bam, magic, internet. Those suckers are right there in my earballs. So, yep, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna read through all of them. There's like 50 of them. Yep, that is what that says. And then maybe go to bed, because it is 3 a.m., my dudes, so that sleep deprivation motivation be hitting me like a truck right now, and I'm a weak fool that can't ignore its push. So with that, excuse my ramblings, and maybe enjoy the ride, and hydrate, because this is a water ride. Time for me to be a certified text-to-speech generator and begin reading. Yay! Clarity. Stopping to listen to my inner self, I can easily separate my intuition from my mental chatter. The clarity of my intuition is a sweet, simple fruit that tastes familiar, and the mental chatter is a confusing, bitter rind that I shall peel off and chuck into the garbage, or compost heap if your mental chatter happens to be organic. Positive thinking. In the garden of my mind, I water the good thoughts and weed out the bad ones. I throw in forgiveness and empathy seeds by the handful if I want, and take a lawnmower to that jealousy and resentment patch. I'm a pretty badass mind gardener. Engagement. Today, I make the conscious choice to engage with the world in an active way. I'll take a new route and talk to strangers. I will smell the flowers and pet dogs, and maybe walk around barefoot for a while if I'm not inside a 7-Eleven. At the very least, I'll have a day that's slightly more interesting than average, and at the most, I'll have a startling epiphany or make a new friend who will change my life forever. No pressure. Gentleness. I speak with gentleness, and I listen with gentleness. I align with the gentlest part of myself, and I take joy in being receptive, open, and unafraid. I'm like a baby deer who's best friends with a baby elephant. The baby elephant wraps its little trunk around my shoulders, and we lie down gently on the grass, daydreaming and talking about what sorts of humans the clouds look like. Divine timing. Everything is timing, and timing is everything. Gladly, I release my concern over timing and let things happen when and as they will. I trust that the divine schedule makers know what they're doing. It can take a long time to reach divine middle management. Follow your heart. I'm always rewarded when I follow my heart. I trust that the GPS in my heart knows all the best routes, and when it seems like it's taking too long to get where I want, I know that that's because there's some cool, weird stuff to see along the way. Ideal partnership. I am a rare and precious find, and my brilliance will reflect back to me when I am paired with a true match. My ideal partnerships and working relationships are easy and free-flowing. I deserve greatness because I am greatness. And to paraphrase Rumi, what I'm looking for is also looking for me. In fact, they might be paraphrasing Rumi right now. Letting go. I don't dwell on bad things that happen. I let things go because I have enough things to carry around. And also, grudges aren't a good look. It can be really hard to let go, and it takes time. But it's definitely worth it. Plus, holding a grudge just means that you're letting that person weigh you down more than they already have already. Letting that grudge go is often just a sign of strength, and it's a sign of you evolving as a person and evolving to no longer let your emotions be based around that individual. You don't need to be influenced by them anymore because they don't deserve to have influence over you. That's what it means to let go. It's not that you're being weak or something. Honestly, it's a sign of strength. You choose to not let them hurt you more than they already have, or to weigh on your conscience more than they already have. Self-love. I openly embrace a feeling of self-love, the PG kind. I love myself because I understand myself. I love myself as the most committed partner I will ever have. I show myself love in any way that I can, and when I screw up, I remember to be sweet and gentle with myself. If not, I'm gonna make myself sleep on the couch. Got that, self? We, as people, tend to be harsher on ourselves than we are on others, and that's not fair to ourselves because we deserve to have the same treatment as we give those around us. It's hypocritical. Friendliness. Whenever I smile, I make someone's day better. What a cool way to buy happiness for free. Today, I will remember what an awesome power I hold, and I'll take joy in improving lives simply by giving away grins like crazy. Note, in a pinch, money will also work. Peacefulness. I have a peaceful, tranquil, and untroubled heart. This is where I choose to spend my time. I can bring guests, but any person, thought, or event that brings drama or chaos is not invited. My heart is a special property, and I'm going to keep it that way so we can all keep enjoying it, and I can get my security deposit back. No need to do. I am exactly where I need to be, exactly when I need to be. There's nothing more I need to do. I mean, yes, there will always be laundry and taxes, but in terms of my life's path, I don't need to do anything because I am already here. I take a deep breath, relax, and trust, and then do the laundry. That's a good one. I like that one. Especially in this whole concept of do. Like you need to be at XYZ checkpoint in your life, and if you're not, you're failing. And that's not true, because there really are no checkpoints in life, because each person lives a unique life to themselves. Base your checkpoints around you, not around what other people expect of you. You're fine where you are. And it's okay to figure it out as you go. Most people do. Being preoccupied with hitting those checkpoints in life prevents you from living. So don't let those societal expectations weigh down on you so harshly. You're fine where you are. And if being where you are is just getting out of bed in the morning, then I'm already proud of you. You're already a success. Existing is hard. So don't be so harsh on yourself, because you're already succeeding just by being here. And I'm proud of you for that. And I know that there are a ton of other people in this world that are also proud of you for that. So whenever you think that you are behind the curve or something, just remember that you're not, because there is no real curve, because it is arbitrary. Wonder. It's a wonderful thing to be in a state of wonder. And when I'm a good audience to my life becomes better and better theater. When something delightful happens, I can shout, "Encore!" and be tickled when it happens again. When something maddening happens, I can laugh it off. Either way, I'm glad I got a ticket to the show. Ups and downs. I see my life as an incredible ride, and I am lucky to be on it. Yes, the ups and downs make me want to puke sometimes, but they're also what makes things fun and interesting. And when I look back, even puking on yourself makes for a good story. Authenticity. Authenticity is the name of the game. Whatever comes up, I will feel it. Whatever needs to be said, I will say it. Whoever doesn't get it, doesn't have to get it. But at least they know it because I've said it. And that's way better than leaving a passive-aggressive note about. Connection. I'm connected to the multitudes, and I can access their support at any time. Even a stranger offers a sense of comfort when they smile at me or make a dumb comment about the weather. Everyone is waiting to connect. All I need to do is open myself up and pay attention. Note to self: work on witty banter about weather-related stuff. Joy. To enjoy something, I simply need to add joy onto it. Joy is like butter. I can put it on anything and it'll make it way better. Today, I will add joy to everything. Really slather it on. Today, I am the Orville Redenbacher of joy, and life's popcorn is about to get it. Playfulness. I am a playful participant in life, and I always have the option to make something a fun game rather than a heavy burden. Mary Poppins put sugar in the medicine for a reason. That lady really knows how to party. Ultimate potential. I choose to live a life to my fullest potential. I trust that this will draw me towards experiences and people that support my growth and accomplishments. Tuning into this frequency, I now reach higher heights than I ever thought possible. Knowing that's an option, why would I have ever tuned into anything else? I'm looking at you, smooth jazz and talk radio. Get centered. When it gets to be too much, whatever it is, I close my eyes and return to my center. In my center, I have the wisdom and tranquility of a insert favorite animal, holding a insert magical item, floating through space on a insert piece of furniture. Now let's do mine. When it gets to be too much, whatever it is, I close my eyes and return to my center. In my center, I have the wisdom and tranquility of a crow holding a golden apple of discord floating through space on an IKEA table. Honestly, I feel like that'd be kind of funny to see. The crow secretly started the Trojan War. Options. As I open to the abundant possibilities of my life's path, I'm reminded that I always have unlimited options. Life is a buffet, and I allow myself to choose whatever makes me the happiest, without limiting thoughts like, "You can't put mac and cheese on your baked potato." Let me tell you, you definitely can, because I've seen them at American fairs. People will put mac and cheese on anything. People will put anything on a potato. Okay, anyways, I got derailed. But also I think it's funny because there's like this thing called like Conehead or something that I've seen at fairs where it's a food truck, but they put basically anything in like an ice cream cone or like a waffle cone. And I remember one of those things was like, because I walked by it and I was like, what the fuck? And they were selling mac and cheese in a waffle cone. And I remember looking at it and being like, ah, yes, I do indeed live in America. Inspiration. There is a voice of inspiration within me. Right now, it's only a whisper, but the more I listen, the louder it will get. Soon it will be a flawless speech voiced by James Earl Jones through a megaphone with lots of applause. Personal growth. As I move towards greater consciousness, I feel old thoughts and habits fall away. Like training wheels on a bike, they helped me get to where I am. But now that I can ride, I don't need those slow and crummy wheels. Except when I'm making bike analogies. Love. Love is a many-splendored thing. Today, I will notice and appreciate at least 3 of those splendors, like the fact that puppies make me feel like a parent, or the surge of self-congratulation I feel when I sink a 3-point trash basket shot on the first try. Or how about the chills I get while singing along to Name of Song, you know the one. What song would I pick? Ooh, Bones in the Ocean. That's the song that I'd pick. It's a bittersweet song, but it tells a story, and I like it. It's a good song. Anyways, I got distracted. Forgiveness. Congratulations! You've been given one of the most powerful superpowers there is. Forgiveness. Imagine that you've been bitten by a radioactive, forgiver? The point is, you suddenly have the ability to forgive people for their flaws, their bad days, their unkind moments, and their mistakes. And the best thing about forgiveness is that you can apply it to yourself, too. Have fun wielding your new power, but remember, with great forgiveness comes great inner peace. Communication. Wonder how that other person is feeling? Ask them. Wish they knew how you were feeling? Tell them. You've just been drafted into the communication army, where it's a strict do ask, do tell policy. Speak with kindness and gentleness and reach an understanding. If you don't, assumptions will just make asses of everyone, including the person who came up with the aphorism. I know at times, and I've struggled with this too, it can be really easy to think of like, oh my gosh, someone hasn't spoken to me in a while, therefore they must hate me, and just kind of panic and get ahead of yourself. But sometimes you have to just take a step back and be like, I'm assuming how that person is feeling about me right now. If they really hated me, they would tell me. And if they don't, that's on them. And if I really want to know, just communicate with them. Ask them how they're feeling. Reach out to them. It can be really easy to get caught up on all of the what ifs, but it's just not worth it. So there's no need to overreact to things that aren't worth overreacting to. Patience. Congratulations! You've been granted more patience. You may start using it right away, or much, much later. Waiting a long time is the sort of option now afforded to you by greater patience. Can you believe it? Look at this. You're still reading and haven't started getting annoyed yet. Imagine how this patience will transform your life. Imagine how easy it will be to go to the post office. Strength. You are hereby declared a strong, resilient warrior of heroic proportions. Enjoy your battles, whatever they are, because you're guaranteed to come through them stronger, brighter, and more compassionate. And based on what I know of mythology, probably with great hair and a six-pack. A six-pack of water bottles. Y'all best go take some drinks of that sweet, sweet elixir of life from the earth. Go chug-a-lug-lug some water, kids. It's important. Impermanence. Life is always changing, and I drift easily through those changes, good and bad. As I drift through hard times, I can take comfort in knowing that I will leave them behind. As I drift away from good times, I can take comfort in knowing that more will come my way. Impermanence is an equal opportunity non-entity. Generosity. I give generously to those around me, no matter how much or how little I have. I know there is more than enough to go around, and that the key is to allow it to keep going around without stopping. If I stop the flow, I'm like the one person at the stadium who doesn't do the wave. Confidence. In this moment, I take a step back and look at myself with the pride of a good mother. I see an abundance of abilities and talents that show up all the time in big and little ways. If I could stick myself to a refrigerator, I would. I would invite all the neighbors over and say, "Look at that! Can you believe what an A+ that is?" Magic. I believe in magic. I see evidence of it all the time, and though the tricks can probably be explained away by something sensible and ordinary, I'd rather not ruin the fun. Other people can fill their days with mere coincidence. I'll fill mine with Holy crap, that's unbelievable! Vitality. I am healthy and vital and strong. My radiant love of life fills me with healthy, vital, and strong cells. Each cell is a warrior. Every one has its own sword and shield. I dare you to try and penetrate my cellular army. Didn't think so, chump. Manifestation. If you could have anything you wanted, what would it be? Get specific and get greedy. You are holding a magic wand and you can conjure up anything. Could it be that when you declare your wishes out loud, you're actually casting a spell for your dreams to come true? Or is it just that, in a very practical sense, the more people you speak with about your desires, the more folks there are who know what you want and might have the means to help you make them happen? Either way, stop waiting and start manifesting. But don't use that word if you don't want to. It's true, though. It's been proven that if you engage other people with what your goals, like dreams and aspirations are, and you tell them what you want and you can get that support from other people, it has a significant impact on the likelihood of you actually accomplishing them. So be proud of the goals that you're trying to seek. Tell the people about them, because for all you know, they might have the means to help you. Plus, it also gives you something to talk about. And who knows? Maybe the other person has goals that they want to share with you as well. And maybe you can help them out too. Nature. It's time to unleash your inner hippie and step outside of that man-made box. Take a walk in the woods. Smell those flowers. Hug some trees. You might think you're being ironic, like, look at me, I'm being all tree huggery and stuff. But you'll find that even then, those trees will hug you back. Trees come from a time before irony, and their earnestness is impervious to our jaded humor. If that doesn't make you want to hug them even more, well, I guess you're a robot. Spontaneity. Do you like spontaneous adventures of the highest caliber? The only acceptable answer to that question is yes. So buckle up, Charlie. You're about to take a wild ride through the unexplored, unconventional, and underrated. You're about to learn that yes is a magic word with the power to unlock new dimensions in space, time, and after-hours hangouts. Yes will lead you to experiences you didn't think possible and teach you that lifelong friendships are sometimes lurking just behind a karaoke singer's mullet. Note, there is a pretty good chance that your name is not Charlie. Actually, if someone's name is Charlie and they hear this, please comment, because I just want to know. I'm curious. I want to know if there's a Charlie listening that actually heard that. Power. I am strong. I am grounded. I am powerful. I'm like a cross between a dinosaur and a tank, but not a tank that is used for war. I am like a peaceful, loving dino tank who feels so strong it doesn't need to do anything but be. Story of my life. As I tell myself the story of what's happening in my life, I choose to make it the kind of story where even the tough parts have a sort of inner beauty. It's ultimately a happy story where every character, no matter how wicked, is doing their best. And let me tell you, It'll be worth it when I earn the Pulitzer Prize for Best Inner Monologue. Courage. No one is fearless. No one. But even though I am not fearless, I am courageous. When fear shows up, I don't run away from it. I use my courage to conquer it. My courage allows me to walk right up to that fear and kick it in the nuts, then quickly hide behind someone bigger until it goes away. Abundance. Congratulations! It seems you're due for an infinitely big piece of abundance pie. Feel like you don't deserve it? Knock it off. It's already plated and ready to hit your table. Reluctant to take it? Shut your hole. Abundance pie is big enough to serve everyone. So get your whipped cream ready, unless you're lactose intolerant, and enjoy your well-deserved metaphorical dessert. Sanctuary. Good for you! It seems you've earned some time away from the chaos of life. It could be as small as a bubble bath, or as big as a trip. Or maybe it's a small trip to a big bubble bath, or a normal-sized trip to a tiny bubble bath. Or maybe you tripped and fell in someone's bath. Whatever it is, it's waiting for you with open arms. Just pick your favorite sanctuary and unplug for a bit, especially if a bath is involved. Beauty. I am beautiful even when I don't think it. I am beautiful even when I don't see it. I am beautiful no matter how many people don't say it. I'm beautiful and I don't even care if you know it. I'm beautiful, which is why I don't have to try so hard all the time to show it. And lastly, worthiness. I am worthy of the ultimate happiness. I deserve and accept it, and damn it, I'm not going to feel guilty about it when I get it. Guilt is not invited to my happiness party. I won't even tell him where it is. If he asks about it, I'll be like, "No, I think you're thinking of something else." And then I'll run away very quickly. It's true. You are worthy of happiness, and you're worthy of being loved and feeling loved by those around you. You're worthy of being accepted for who you are. Unless you're an asshole. If you're an asshole, you don't deserve to be accepted by anyone. But if you're just trying to be you, then you should feel loved and accepted by the people around you, because you deserve that. So long as you're not harming other people, you should be able to be yourself without fears or repercussions. And you deserve that. And if people don't love you for you, that doesn't mean that you have to change. That means that they need to go find someone else to love, because they are not cut out for you and they are not what you deserve. Anyways, with that, I conclude this session of me reading my affirmation cards to all of y'all. And I hope you enjoyed. And if you did, feel free to leave a like or comment down below, because I always love hearing from you guys. I will also be leaving a pinned comment with the timestamps for all 50 of the different cards, so that if you want to come back to this at some point, but you want to hear a specific card, then you can just go down to the comments and click on the timestamp to the one that you want to hear. With that, it is time for me to go to bed before I get accosted by certain people. So, I hope you enjoyed, and I hope this helped. And remember to stay hydrated, folks.